I always liked that it didn't have my name on it. Not because I was embarrassed, but it was just like, um, just dog taking a shit. They made a T-shirt of it, and it was just a dog taking a shit. It was awesome, but yeah, but that's kind of, they were real loose. I always liked that. All right. Yeah, I called Mirko Mangum and just told him I didn't have any skateboards, and I knew him from just skating. In addition to being like a pro for Planet Earth, I knew he did sales or whatever. So I just called him and got a box. I think I got one board and some jeans. Ended up meeting Felix, and then that was pretty much how it happened. Not really. Rhythm was being kind of planned quietly, and Planet Earth had a huge team. So when I came on, they knew they were doing it. They didn't know who exactly was going to be coming off of Planet Earth and going to them. Technically, I started getting paid, but I wasn't on either. Rhythm didn't exist yet, and Earth was still Earth, and it was just because we knew it was about to happen, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So no, I never really skated for Earth. None whatsoever, but I loved it. I always loved it because Jose Gomez, who was the artist for Rhythm, and he was like a longtime friend of Felix, he had huge canvases like all over Planet Earth. They all were these girls, and I always loved the girls. It was my first board, and I was very happy to be there. And a lot of people were riding the board. I felt very supported. It's probably one of my favorite boards, if not my favorite board, just because of the time it represents and all that stuff. I did. not not anymore. Old boards, this one and that one. Yeah. I probably had about 60 or 70. It was a lot. They got, what was I told? I honestly, I just think they got sold by a family member, but that's a bad story. That was horrible. I felt like he like sold my childhood, you know? It's shitty. I mean, it's like memories, obviously, but always have memories. But now I really like looking at this stuff, and I like showing my kids, and so yeah, it definitely sucked. Yeah, I had a lot of boards that I really liked, and of course, when I found out some of the ones that were left, I could give a shit about, you know. But these two, obviously, yeah, there was a Hops one I love, the school bus one. That was just that was such a joy to work on. Just how it came together, the idea and the collaboration with the artist, and then I thought it came out really nice. I'd have to say that one or this one. The Matt Hensley guy twirling around the pole just really gets me when I see it. It like immediately takes me back to my childhood. The Nodus with the space shuttle blowing up, not because it's space shuttle blowing up, but I think just my life at the time. I had a lot of those boards, and I loved it. I was in high school. Whenever I see that graphic, it really affects me. I must have had like 5 of those. It was great. Yeah, I was getting world boxes for about a year. I got off Rhythm, and I was already in their camp with Duke's shoes. So I was just like, hey, can I get some extra stuff? And then I just kind of got on Rodney's $2 a month thing for a while, and that was cool. Brian Lottie for sure. Yeah, and I think me and Kenny Anderson started doing them at the same time, actually. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I definitely think me and Kenny were doing them. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, for sure. It was great. Winning by accident a bunch during the DC filming of the DC video because I was living in Hollywood, skating USC like every day, and he was there a lot. Um, Pappalardo by accident at the old Newport benches. Never, you know, definitely cool with those dudes, but never went skating with them, but have skated with them. Do you remember that around that time too? Kenny was doing a switch too.
Definitely you, but yeah, Kenny too.
What's in here?
So hold that up.
All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, toy machine ad. Want to see it?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we laid it out at Big Brother. I laid it out with Sean Cliver and Ed Templeton. Cliver threw the third eye on the baby, I think. That's my dog, Murphy. She's dead. And I don't know where the blood came from, but we were there all the time. Ed was there all the time. I mean, all those artists got together, you know? Randy Colvin photo. I always thought that was awesome. Jeremy Klein's back 5-0 up that thing. Super rad. I'm sure there's a lot of cool shit in there. All right. Black entrepreneur. Another toy machine ad, Fullerton High School. Ed's trick was the same day too. That's the old spot in 1281 where Ed does the nose blunt slide. And then around the corner is the wall he's going over that he also skated in 1281. Fullerton High had like 10 skate spots at it. You could have filmed the whole video part there. Some people did. It's pretty awesome. Ryan Fabry. No, I loved it. He was like a time bomb, not a time bomb, but he was just a different dude, you know? Like he did his own thing in Vegas, and he would come out and just skate and just kill it. I was hanging out with Steve Vera a lot at the time because of television. Fabry skated for television, then did Toy Machine. And Barra would, I looked up to Barra back then, and Barra would really talk highly of Ryan. So you have Ryan, Plan B Ryan, and then you have this new Ryan, you know, where Steve Vera's talking about him, the tricks that I thought the world of Ryan. He was really awesome. No, not at all. Never really talked much. He just came out and would skate and kill it. Oh, that 101 ad's awesome. I've been looking at a lot of old magazines. It's nice. No. Recently, a guy at work, he gave me some, like really old TransWorlds. So I'm looking at those. Gabriel Rodriguez, awesome. Heavens was a good spot. Heavens was this weird spot with all these banks and benches and ledges. It was just all this weird stuff. It was like if you got to skate it, you were really lucky. There was like one way in, and the cops would come, or the people would throw water on you. So if you got to skate there and you got to film something, it was kind of like awesome. Maybe that's why I liked it. Copley was always good too. Out. Yeah, I never really got into in. Probably when I came here, 96, not knowing any of the spots and just kind of discovering a new city, not having a car, which is complete 180 from California. It was nice to ditch that and just get to know a city and learn the trains and the neighborhoods. It was everything I didn't have in California. Yeah, but I mean, Boston could have been anywhere. You know, I think I just came here and I met these guys. They were very welcoming. It had a lot, I guess, of what I was looking for. Just a lot of fun and a lot of the cityness of it, you know? Back then it was real skate friendly too. We could pretty much do whatever we wanted with a lot of people. Just kind of take over, not take over in a bad way, but you could show up somewhere with a ton of people and it wasn't a big deal, you know? Ronnie Bertino. He lived about a mile over from where my mom lives now, so I would see him a lot in high school, and we were friends, but he was really, really good. When I started skating with him, he was on Dogtown, and then Fink, and then when Blind started, we never saw him. He was always in SF, and he'd come down to see his mom, and he would just be so good. Mike Graham. So much stuff's popping into my head that I shouldn't say. Spontaneity, I guess. He's just never know what you're gonna get with Mike Graham, right? Pretty much. He's amazing. Oh my God. Yeah, he's so good. The best. He was like my favorite. He was on his own program. He's such a quiet, humble dude. He looked as good as he looks on video in person and didn't want to film a lot, you know? And it was just so, it was so admirable. Just how he left skating too, just, I'm gonna go do something else. Oh, yeah, he was beautiful. He looked so good on a skateboard. That was one word, right?
Time is a factor, so it's time to count. Count not the negative actions of one. Speakers of soul say it's time to shout. Reform the soul to a positive sum. Dance to the six and flex every muscle. Space can be filled if you ride like a lumber. Advance to the tune, but don't lose the hustle. Shake, rattle, roll to my magic number.
See, I felt the way I felt about Caesar. And Caesar was like, if you think I'm good, you gotta watch Ryan Bartzma. They were like best friends. And that's how we met Ryan. And that's how Ryan got on rhythm. Quiet, just like Caesar. Kind of like a sleeping elephant, you know? Went through several years of being friends, then not being friends. And then I ran into him a couple years ago. And I hadn't seen him in years. I didn't know what to expect. And it was awesome. Yeah, we were like psyched. Like, I didn't want to show him too much that I was psyched to see him, because I didn't know if he was going to be psyched to see me. But he was psyched to see me, so I was like, this is great. Momo, Mush. Did you ever go to Positive back in the day? Ray would have a board that was his board every week. Yeah, the Polaroid would change. Awesome. Good friend. Ever? Shit, this is going to take me a minute. Fuck. I've never been asked that question. I really liked, and I still really like, Mike Carroll's part in the first Plan B video. That was great. Still is great. That or Gonz in Video Days. Either one of those, for sure. How did you know that? Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Who did you see?
It was Jason Lee, Guy, and Spike at Mesa View Elementary in Huntington Beach. And it was, Mesa View is the spot where Jason Lee does the kickflip back tail slide. I knew who those guys were, but I didn't know who Spike was. They were just, it was like 3 people, like just skating. Not that it should be anything different, but it was all these amazing people. It was cool. I don't remember anything. I remember us not wanting to get in their way because they were filming. Spike was filming. I knew who those guys were, but I was nervous. Union video? I think it might have been. Yeah. It's probably 17, 18, something like that. Mike Vallely, just through being on TV, Mike was super just giving and, you know, do you need anything? I'm going to introduce you to this person. And Ed Templeton was the same way. It was just, you know, what do you guys, do you want to skate for Union? Do you want to, you know, what do you want to do? So that's how I got hooked up with them. Was it Mike, myself, and Ethan all together? Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't mind. We were close at that time, so it was, it made sense. I have no idea. I probably remember everyone's tricks in the video. It's one thing I hold on to is skating. I couldn't tell you what I did last week. I liked the DNA video just because it was, that wasn't my favorite company that I rode for, but I felt like I was just in a zone, kind of carefree. I was in a happy place, and I just was skating a lot and traveling a lot, and there wasn't a lot of direction. We were able to just do what we wanted to do. Yeah, yeah, someone else was bored. Yeah, me and Jamal's flight didn't come in to Philly, so we didn't have our boards, so we were at Love Park and City Hall with no skateboards. It was the worst thing in the world.
I just can't
a really weird trick. Frontside nose grind to frontside nose slide. Yeah, really strange. Who does that? I think I was eager to do something new. You know what I mean?